With the rise of the internet, two friends created a tiny business in their garage. The infamous garage of Susan Wojcicki. Google has only expanded since then, and now it controls 90% of all internet traffic globally. Its name Google has emerged as the go-to website for all internet searches. They have grown to such a size that they now own businesses, stocks, and corporations that release new hardware every year. It has no obvious competition. Initially, a few businesses tried, but they all collapsed. Now, even those businesses use the Google API in their services. Bing is among one of the search engine, because Microsoft owns it and kept it alive. Microsoft was a significant and long-lasting player on the internet. If you're old enough, you probably remember Internet Explorer, which was Microsoft Windows' default online browser. However, Sundar Pichai, a Google employee at the time, came up with the idea for Google Chrome, which marked the end of Microsoft's Internet Explorer. With the enormous success of Chrome and other businesses, Google now completely dominates the internet. Before we go further deep, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. OpenAI was created in part because of its founders' existential concerns about the potential for catastrophe resulting from carelessness and misuse of general-purpose AI. The company has a long-term focus on fundamental advances in AI and its capabilities. The two founders of the company and other investors started the company with a $1 billion endowment. And ChatGPT is the product made by OpenAI. Before it also released the famous DALL-E, which is another long story. We'll discuss it some time later. According to some news sites, Microsoft invests $10 billion in OpenAI as part of a funding round that would value the company at $29 billion. Microsoft will reportedly get a 75% share of OpenAI's profits until it makes back the money on its investment, after which the company would assume a 49% stake in OpenAI. What is ChatGPT and why does it matter? ChatGPT is a natural language processing tool driven by AI technology that allows you to have human-like conversations and much more with a chatbot. The language model can answer questions and assist you with tasks such as composing emails, essays, and code. Usage was open to public free of charge until the 1st of February 2023, because ChatGPT ended its research and feedback collection phase. How big a deal is ChatGPT? It's certainly made a big splash. ChatGPT is scary good. We are not far from dangerously strong AI, said Elon Musk, who was one of the founders of OpenAI before leaving. Sam Altman, OpenAI chief, said on Twitter that ChatGPT had more than 1 million users in its first 5 days after launching. Altman told Musk the average cost of each response was in single-digit cents, but admitted it will need to monetize it eventually because of its eye-watering compute costs. Here are some things ChatGPT can do just to grasp the idea how big and multi-purpose tool it is. Write a customized resume and cover letter. Create original jokes. Explain complex topics. Solve tricky math problems step by step. Get relationship advice. Write music in almost any genre. Write, debug, and explain code. Create content in multiple languages. Prepare for a job interview. Write essays on almost any topic. A chat companion are just some of the things. Alarm bells have been going off at Google ever since the clever chatbot, ChatGPT, landed on the scene on November 30th and went viral, dazzling users with its ability to answer queries, write code and create content intelligently and with a charming human-like personality. But for all of the astonishing things ChatGPT can do, its beta version is not connected to the internet, and so while it can tell you what to wear to ace an interview, it's not yet able to drive commerce to stores where you can buy the actual outfit. According to some news website, Google is testing a chatbot rival called Apprentice Bard, based on Google's Lambda conversational technology to offer question and answer search. Since December, the company has been operating under Code Red, with its chief executive officer Sundar Pichai enlisting founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin to advise on speeding AI-powered search products to market, according to the New York Times. In January, the company began a reorganization with mass layoffs to align with its new priorities. This comes as Microsoft announced on January 23 its third round of investment in ChatGPT creator OpenAI. In a multi-billion-dollar deal, the software giant plans to integrate generative AI technology across its Azure cloud platform and scale supercomputing breakthroughs. The company is also planning to release a GPT-4 version of its Bing search engine in the coming weeks, according to some news sites, which is expected to be faster and more powerful than ChatGPT, a GPT-3 model. It's the new frontier, like working on Facebook apps or iOS apps when those platforms were new, said founder of OpenAI. But he cautioned that it could take 5 to 10 years for Google-scale companies to emerge from this wave, similar to the advent of mobile, as that's how long it takes for new technologies to take root. How Google aims to differentiate Bard from OpenAI's ChatGPT was unclear. Pichai said the new service draws on information from the internet. ChatGPT's knowledge is up to date as of 2021. Bard seeks to combine the breadth of the world's knowledge with the power, intelligence and creativity of our AI, Pichai said. Behind the new chatbot is LaMDA, Google's AI that generated text with such skill that a company engineer last year called it sentient, a claim the technology giant and scientists widely dismissed. In a demo of the service, Bard, like its rival chatbot, invites users to give it a prompt while warning its response may be inappropriate or inaccurate. It then bulleted 3 answers to a query about a space telescope's discoveries, the demo showed. Google is relying on a version of LaMDA that requires less computing power so it can serve more users and improve with their feedback, Pichai said. ChatGPT at times has turned away users because of explosive growth, with UBS analysts reporting it had 57 million unique visitors in December, outpacing potentially TikTok in adoption. Google also plans to give technology tools, first powered by LaMDA and later by other AI, to creators and enterprises starting next month, Pichai said. The conclusion: we are now witnessing the possibility of a power shift in the enormous global search market for the first time in years. Up until now, no one has been able to compete with Google. But because to Microsoft's clever move, Bing has been transformed from butt of a jokes to a possible Kingslayer. For both businesses, there's still plenty to do and a lot of unexpected difficulty. The potential value that AI holds is what excites investors the most. This emerging tech kit gives you the chance to profit from the trend if you believe in the power of AI but are unsure who will win the AI wars. This kit uses AI to anticipate how the various sectors and firms will likely perform in addition to investing across a variety of tech sectors and regions, and it then automatically rebalances the portfolio as necessary. One of the sectors that the AI takes into account is large-cap technology companies, along with growth tech firms, tech ETFs, and cryptocurrencies via public trusts. China's Baidu also joined the race on Monday by announcing the launch of Wensan Yiyan, or Ernie Bot, in English, a ChatGPT-like bot that will be available starting in March. According to reports, Apple will hold a corporate meeting the next week to consider how it may incorporate generative AI into its products, including hardware, software, and services. At the end, I think it all plans out as it happens always. In beginning, it will bring some astonishing and creative and attractive approach towards users to gain the acceptance. Then eventually Wall Street or capitalism will hit it, like it did to the old internet, and we will again won't have much choice. Thanks for watching. For more videos like these, please subscribe.